Close your eyes for a moment and listen, not to the noise of the world, but to the sound that exists beyond sound. There, in the quiet corners of your soul, a whisper waits. It is not loud, nor does it demand your attention. It is soft, patient, eternal. This whisper has always been there, a steady companion, calling you back to yourself. But how often have you truly listened? Life, in all its chaos and beauty, pulls us in 100 directions at once. The demands of work, the complexities of relationships, the weight of expectations. We move through our days as if caught in a storm. And yet, even in the midst of this whirlwind, the whisper remains, waiting for you to pause, to breathe, to remember. What is it that this whisper says? It does not speak in words. It speaks in feelings, in subtle nudges, in those moments when your heart aches not from pain, but from a longing you can't quite name. It is the call of something deeper, something ancient. It is the voice of your true self, the part of you that has always known who you are, even when you've forgotten. To hear this whisper is to embark on a journey, not outward, but inward. It is a journey into the depths of your being, a descent into the places you've hidden from yourself. And let me tell you this, the path is not always easy. It is not paved with certainty or comfort. It requires courage, the courage to face your fears, to question the stories you've told yourself, and to let go of the masks you've worn for so long. But oh, the rewards of this journey. To awaken to the truth of who you are is to see the world anew. It is to realize that you are not the roles you play or the labels you wear. You are not defined by your successes or your failures. Beneath it all, you are vast, limitless, and free. You are the eternal, flowing presence that connects all things. Pause for a moment and take a deep breath. Feel the air as it fills your lungs, and notice how life flows effortlessly in and out of you. This breath, this simple act, is your connection to the eternal. It is the bridge between your body and your soul, between the noise of the world and the silence within. With every breath, the whisper becomes clearer. It guides you gently, reminding you that you are enough, that you have always been enough. This awakening is not about becoming someone new. It is about shedding the layers of conditioning and returning to the essence of who you've always been. It is about remembering that you are not separate from the world around you. You are the wind that dances through the trees, the sunlight that kisses the earth, the ocean that surges with life. To awaken is to recognize that the universe itself is alive within you. And as you awaken, something incredible happens. You begin to see the beauty in the ordinary, the laughter of a child, the scent of rain on the earth, the warmth of a loved one's touch. These moments become sacred. Life, in all its simplicity, becomes a miracle. And you, with every step you take, become a part of that miracle. But let us not romanticize the journey too much. There will be days when the whisper feels faint, when the weight of the world feels too heavy to bear. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, telling you that this path is not for you. And in those moments, you must trust. Trust that the whisper has never left you. Trust that even in your darkest hours, you are held by something greater than yourself. This trust is not blind faith. It is a knowing that comes from within, a certainty that arises when you connect with the eternal. It is the realization that the whisper is not separate from you. It is you. It is the part of you that has always been whole, even when you felt broken. It is the part of you that has always been light, even when you felt lost in darkness. So, my friend, let this be an invitation to slow down, to listen, to remember. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to be perfect. All you need is the willingness to begin, to take that first step inward. And with every step, the whisper will grow louder, guiding you home. Home, not as a place, but as a state of being. Home, as the realization that you are already complete. Home, as the awakening to the eternal presence that lives within you. Take another breath. Feel the stillness. Can you hear it now? The whisper is there, as it has always been. It waits for you, patiently, lovingly. And as you listen, you will find that the journey has already begun. The eternal whisper is not calling you to something new. It is calling you back to yourself. In this moment, as you breathe and feel the stillness, something profound begins to shift. The world, once so noisy and chaotic, becomes quieter. The thoughts that rush through your mind slow down, and in that space of silence, you begin to sense the presence of something larger than yourself. It is not an external force. It is the pulse of life itself, beating through your body, connecting you to the universe. What if I told you that all the answers you've been seeking are already within you? That the wisdom you search for, the peace you long for, has always been there, waiting for you to remember? The truth is, there is nothing you need to chase or attain. There is only the act of awakening to what has always been present in the depths of your soul. It is easy to forget this. Life, with its distractions and demands, constantly pulls us away from the essence of who we truly are. We look for validation outside of ourselves, in achievements, in possessions, in the approval of others. We search for meaning in places that can never satisfy, because the true meaning, the true peace, is not found outside of us. It is found within. When you start to listen to the whisper, when you begin to turn inward, you will see how much energy you've spent running after things that don't matter. You'll realize how much you've relied on external circumstances to define your worth. And in that realization, there is freedom. The freedom to let go of the need for approval, the freedom to stop chasing the next thing, the freedom to simply be, to be yourself, to be whole, to be fully present in this moment, exactly as you are. This journey is not about reaching a destination. It is not about arriving at some perfect version of yourself. It is about embracing who you are right now, in all your imperfections, all your doubts, all your fears. It is about accepting that you are already whole, that nothing in this world can take away your inherent value. You are not defined by what you do or what you have. You are defined by the depth of your being, by the love and the light that flow through you, by the eternal presence that has always been there, guiding you home. And as you awaken to this truth, something incredible happens. The world begins to change, not because the world itself has shifted, but because you have shifted. When you see yourself as whole, when you recognize your connection to everything around you, the world responds. You begin to notice the beauty in the simplest things. The sun rises and sets, but now it feels different, as though it is greeting you personally. The trees stand tall, not as mere plants, but as sentient beings, their branches reaching out to you in silent communication. Even the people you encounter carry a new light. You see them, not as strangers or obstacles, but as reflections of the same divine presence that resides within you. And in that moment, you begin to understand that everything is interconnected, that all of us, at our core, are part of the same vast, infinite ocean of life. We are not separate. We are not isolated. We are, each of us, an expression of the same universal truth. When you awaken to this, the illusion of separation falls away. You no longer feel like an outsider in this world. You are not at odds with life. You are a part of it, as integral as the air you breathe, as essential as the heartbeat within your chest. And when you realize this, you will never again feel alone. You will never again feel disconnected. But this awakening doesn't come all at once. It's not an overnight transformation. It's a gradual unfolding, a series of gentle shifts in awareness. Each time you pause, each time you listen to that eternal whisper, you move closer to the truth of who you are. And yet, even as you move forward, there will be moments when you feel lost, when the whisper feels distant, when the path ahead seems unclear. In those moments, remember this: the journey is not about perfection. It is about presence. It is about showing up day after day with an open heart, a quiet mind, and a willingness to listen. In those moments of doubt, remember that the whisper is always there, waiting for you to return to it. It is never gone. It is eternal, and it will always lead you home. As you continue on this journey, you will find that peace is not something you have to search for. Peace is the natural state of your being. It is what you experience when you stop fighting, when you stop resisting the flow of life. It is what you discover when you allow yourself to rest in the present moment, when you stop chasing the future or clinging to the past. The whisper is peace. It is the stillness beneath all the noise, the calm at the heart of the storm, and it is always there, waiting for you to return. Take a deep breath now, and as you do, feel the peace that surrounds you, that fills you, that is you. In this moment, there is nothing you need to do. There is no place you need to go. There is only this breath, this moment, this eternal whisper. Let it guide you. Let it carry you. Let it remind you always of who you truly are. The journey of awakening is not a destination. It is a return, returning to yourself, returning to the truth that you are already whole, already free. The eternal whisper has always been with you, and it always will be. Trust it, follow it, and know with every step that you are never alone. You are home. And so, as this moment comes to an end, know that the whisper you've heard is not confined to these words or this time. It is the thread that weaves through every breath you take, every thought you think, and every step you walk. Carry this stillness with you, not as a fleeting feeling, but as a steady presence within. When life's noise grows loud, remember, the silence is always there, patiently waiting for your return. The journey is yours, and the path is infinite. Until next time, may you walk gently, listen deeply, and live fully. You are enough, just as you are. Keep awakening, keep evolving, and keep being the light you were always meant to be. Namaste.